We are live, and it is not absolutely ball-fryingly hot at the moment. If you like it when it's not ball-fryingly hot, you should subscribe if you're watching this later on YouTube. And if you like it ball-fryingly hot, you should subscribe because, I don't know, it's probably good for you or something. Anyway, we are streaming, and we need to go tell people that we're streaming. We need to tell the people. For the people. For all the people. Every people, including you people. Alright. Jolly good. I need to actually be in Stream Manager. Why am I not there? Here I am. I'm here. I'm beautiful! Mwah! Okay then, where was I going? I was going here. I need to go here. I need to go here and do the thing. Need to go here and do the thing. Need to go here and do the thing. There, we did the thing! Oh my god! We did the entire thing! Can you believe it? And Plutono Hub goes there. It has all the links. What the? We'll be busy for at least the first part of the stream. That's okay, John. Welcome to the stream. Also, like, my friggin' subscriber, like, badge things. Like, I realize I'm technically subscribed to myself, which means I have the pizza. I have the pizza sooty. Alright, where me? Where me? Why me? Where me? How me? Why me? Alright, so, I need to go on the workshop and just double check. And just double check that there isn't new stuff to look at. I'm going to look at that very quickly. Most recent. Okay. Right. So, how up is there. And then Amphid as well. And that's alright. Civil Republic. And then Girthy. Resistor update 3! Yay! Surreal! Surreal does things. I'm glad I found this. And added planar shields. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. I like that. Alright, stone light. Right, okay, so we got one thing to look at, and then we can carry on looking at things with our eyeballs. Did I forget anything? I don't think we did. I guess maybe that's because mine is a Prime sub. Yes, you have been subscribed for 13 months. 1 year badge. Hello, Azusa. Hello. Tungsten Cube. I lost my craft and there's no autosave. No! That sucks. Always save. You must treat From the Depths like an old school RPG and save frequently. Like whenever you think save. Okay, I know that's not super helpful. Alright, time to look at the thing. Let's look at the thing. Alright. Precipitation version 3. Thankfully, we did look at version 2 last time and decide that the nukes were a-okay. So let's go here. And we don't need to launch the designer, we need to launch the Plutono designer. Plutono. Or Putono, as some people like to call it. The device is lost. Oh no! If you have stuff uploaded to the workshop, that's probably safe. Hello, Orange! Welcome, people. Okay then, let's go here, and let us now... Let's go to Amphibious Testing Place. Right. Let's see. Here's our pond. This pond needs a name, whatever it is. Also, drives me nuts how, like, this just looked like the ocean. But you can see it's not the ocean. Actually, it is the ocean. Never mind. It's the ocean. We found the... Good news, everyone. We found the ocean. Alright, precipitation update 3. Are the trees going to bug out? As much as I love the trees, I think on any map other than Neater, the trees are just... Huh. Trees? No trees. Oh, trees. Let's see. Let's go see if the trees are gonna wig out. They're wigging out slightly. Whee! Alright then, let's have a look-see here. Let's have a look-see here. Right, so, let us send this fella on a joyride. And see if it flies. Unfortunately, it does not move very quickly. Can it swim? Can she do a 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 swim? Uh-oh. Ooh, very slow. Wait a minute. What's happening? Yeah. She is very slow. That is unfortunate. But I'm not gonna, like, I've sent, what the hell? Huh. Why is that invisible? Interesting. Not sure, like, that doesn't need to be invisible. Doesn't need to be. Okay then, if you but all I have on the workshop of my 3 game material crafts. Oh, I got rid of the super deep random ponds on the map rework. Nice, they're only 50 meter deep now. Probably so it doesn't look out of place. Possibly. Alright, this thing could be faster, but that's a tomorrow problem. Alright, and is it steering? Is it steering? How's it moving? There it goes. Let's just, back here you go. There she goes. Right, she does not handle well on water, she's reversing. Interesting. Right, the movement needs to be tweaked, but, like, we can accept it. Because, hold on a minute. What happens if we do this? I really hope I didn't bugger something up over here. Ooh. Alright, so if we spawn in... what is that? 460k? Let's spawn in a Glakavi thing. Glakavi thing. Glakave. Alright, spawn in a... oops, that was very close. Very close. Only 50 meter deep. How much does jam dynamics drag affect the speed of the crafts? A lot. Oh, what the hell, man? Yeah, drag affects a lot of... what is happening over here? Interesting. Alright, let's try that again, with less silliness. Why is there just, whatever this is? Right, mostly I want to see how well this thing maneuvers on water. It's not maneuvering very well. Oh, hello. Someone has decent laser defense. Ooh. Oh, someone also has torpedoes. Well, this thing's gonna... you know what? This thing being kind of slow is kind of perfectly fine. It also has a pierce laser. Hold on, how much laser does this even have? Yeah, it needs a little bit of, like, maneuverability, like, tweaks, but, like, you know, it's, like, it'll do. It'll do for you. Also kind of like it being a spongy menace. And the gravy star is being all gravy. Also, I'm trying to remember, where's the Gravistar on the spreadsheet? Gravistar. I spelled that wrong. That is a hard tank, and this is a godly AFV. So yeah, well, this is definitely godly. This thing will be such a pain in the ass to, like, fight. Dragon FTD is very strong compared to the real world. The semi-joke is that the air is water and the water is jello. Yeah, jam. Oh, that's what you meant! Jam dynamics. Hehe, drag. I'm thinking of men in dresses. Hello, city. Factual and based. Yeah, how does drag dynamics work from the depths? Fabulously! That's how it works. So both godly AFVs use nukes. Wait, there's 2? I mean, they kind of have to, don't they? Wait, so have we seen the thing that Walter Rourke has been working on? Because this is, let's go have a look-see. What's happening? That's the Gravistar. That is the gravy train. And, yep, this is... Double checking. That is Surreal's design. Ha! Whoops. They definitely don't have to. Gravistar is godly. They don't have to, no. The water... Damn it, Azusa. The water FD has the same viscosity as that thing. Oh my word, excuse me. Did this thing just nuke itself? Just very cheap and easy, provided you have the nuke design. No, not all godlies are created equal. Yeah. Alright then, so I like this thing. Could be faster, more maneuverable. It does struggle a bit on the water. Possibly because it just has, like, 3 propellers and, like, not many wheels. But, Surreal, I'm going to let you update this in your own time. For now, we gotta add this thing to the roster, because I'm liking it. It is managing to, like, bully other things which are roughly the same size and cost as it. And, those nukes are gonna really be a problem. Oh, dear. It is also nuking itself a lot. Where's this guy going? This one's going on a journey. It's going on a gurney! Ha! Interesting. Raindrop. Ovid. There it went. I was like, what's happening? And now I'm reminded of my favorite drink, which is a thick white fluid. Vanilla milkshake. Well saved. Gravistar is a hard artillery AFE. Oops. Yep. I'd say it's thicker. Oh, jeez. Guys, fellas. Ladies, gentlemen, and gentle thems, can we not start the stream off so disgustingly? I mean, we can, if you really insist. Alright, let us, destroy everything, and let's, have the precipitation... Hold on, let's just check. Is this all set up correctly, resource-wise? Yep, yep, that's all set up, correctly, all shored and propped. Alright. And Glakava updated. AFVs. Nice. And there's the the Gravistar is a... Yeah, the Gravistar is an artillery AFV, so yeah, that makes sense. Okay, jam is not disgusting. I like jam, which is a shame because jam is very sugary. And that's kind of the whole point of jam. Alright, so that's there. Jolly good. And now we need to... go put this in the Discord and ping Tactical Spaghetti with it. Let's go... Where are we? We're here. It's gonna be... Probably in Glakave Dominion, I reckon. Alright, so... At... Tactical Spaghetti... Version of the GD precipitation tweaks, but still can work on that more in the future. Very nice. Very nice. Very, very nice indeed. Alright, I might as well do this. Give me a no, don't look at my folders. You looking at someone's folders? How dare you? How dare you look at someone's folders that they're live streaming over the internet? Disgusting. You disgust me. I disgust me. You and me disgust me. Alright, where did I put it? Glakave updated, AFV, update modified, precipitation. There we go. Alright, now, you know what, chat? We're gonna go have some main menu time. Because I need to do a lot of typing now. I don't have to do it live on stream, but it is easier. I haven't built a dong in a while, should probably do that. You know what? If dongs make you happy, Azusa, who are we to stop you? The police can't stop you, so why should we even try? Excuse me. Revenge or breakfast? Ooh, spooky secret folders. Shh. You saw nothing. You saw nothing. Alright, first things first. I need to go here. Go here. And I need to go here. Need to go Plutono change log. I need to log into the change log. Everyone look at this menu while I'm doing admin stuff. I'm so efficient, I do admin while live streaming. Can you, like, there's gotta be someone who, like, live streams spreadsheet management or something, because there are people, and I might be one of them, who are just like, a good spreadsheet. Oh, I love a good spreadsheet. I love to spread that sheet. Don't take that out of context. Don't be weird. Don't make this weird. Craft added. There we go. We're gonna go like. Right, there we go. And let's see. Whoopsie daisy, didn't mean to do that. Alright, craft added. Today is. What is the date for me? The date is 16th for me. Probably one day behind for you, you poor living in the past person. That was rude, I apologize. Another minion. And it is an AFV. And it is called the Precipitation. Man, I hope I spelled that right. There we go. And save there, and I'm gonna put that in my backup notes. Over here, there we go. And enter. And finally, we can do it on the spreadsheet! Whee! Right, so there it is, new surreal. And we're gonna go here, and precipitation. And while we're at it, we're gonna add an orange to this, because it still needs some tweaks, but I like the general gist of it. And we're gonna go with, to be, and more maneuver, how do you spell maneuverable? I don't know. Maneuverable. Why do you tell me the word is wrong? Manu. How do you spell maneuver? I never remember how to do it. Hang on. Maneuverable. That is definitely a French word. Maneuverable. Because no English person would spell a word like that. Apart from all the people who do... What the hell? Alright, well, okay, whatever. People... Google friggin' American bias. Especially on water. There we go, and that's... We're not going to note that on the official craft inspection thing yet. Because we want things to be neat and tidy. Right, that's done. Maneuverable. I am indeed a poor past person. Oh no, it's okay, no surreal. I might have a problem. Or maybe I am the problem. You are both the problem and the solution, Azusa. Maneuverable. Back to the Future, I hate maneuverable. Alright, now where were we actually on the craft inspection thingy? We've got a bunch of airships to look at. So, last time we looked at how a Confederation planes and helicopters. Today we can go through the airships, and hopefully we can get all the airships done, and maybe the submarines. There's only 3 of them. So yeah, we're gonna start with the De Crasso. Let's go do that. And I need to, whoopsie daisy, I need to go actually onto the right tab here. There we go. So, aircraft. Continued. Beautiful, beautiful. Alright then. Let's go here. And let's go here. Let's go here. And let's go here. Let's be the right fleet colors. Right. Righty ho. Let's go. Where are we? We are airships, and De Grasso is right there. All right, so this is an incredibly tiny little fella, and yeah, this is I actually am going to copy paste the notes that I put for the air. We need to find an airship that's like, because we don't want them to just look like planes. The airships can probably have plants on them. SB is the only correct fleet colors. What are you talking about? Is that a flying flashlight / lamp? Oh, you mean on the spawn bay? I don't know. Let's see. So we have this. We have this little thing here, which is basically just got little guns on it. Very cute, very tiny. Everything looks better in yellow-black. I mean, true. How small do you think you can make a fighter jet ready for combat? I mean, people sure as hell did try back in the day. Like, the concept of the microfighter was floated around in the Cold War for a while before people realized, actually, the thing can fly faster, higher, and carry more armament if it's not like, you know, if it's not the size of a shoebox, and is more comfortable for the pilot. Feel like as good as a sub-vehicle, not really as a standalone craft. You know what? That's a good point. Maybe this thing should spawn, you know, as a friend. I like that, though. Ooh. Right, I am gonna make notes on that. Right, so we're gonna go with here. Same thing. And so we're gonna go here, and what is this thing called? De Grasso. Is that De Grasso, and De Grasso specifically. De Grasso. Let me actually show you what I'm typing, so you can disagree with it if you want to. Too small to really be viable on its own. Maybe should spawn with other vehicles. So now there's the De Grasso. De Grasso, mamma mia! Mamma mia, the De Grasso! And it's just like, needs functionality upgrade because it just needs to... Other blueprints. Jolly good. And laser. We need to keep an eye out for the laser candidate upgrade. That's important. Alright, now let's go over here. That's the De Grasso. Basically, we need to make this thing more pretty. Usual story. More contrasting colors. Maybe stick some bushes on it. Where the hell does the pilot sit? Over here? That is where the pilot sits. I've seen something close to 20 blocks. Yep. Not looked to see if it's small. It feels like it's good. Yeah, even then, only 2... Set of road is very nice. I use plates for the wings. Yay. It looks like a flying canoe. Well, no wonder I approve. Alright, so the De Grasso. Oh, wait, no, I need a... Gah! I need to do things, and I need to do all kinds of... Load this thing in, load this fella in again. And spawn in... I don't know. Spawn this fella and see who wins. I think both of these things use only autocannon, so this is gonna be fun. De Grasso, we need to make you orange. Wait, there was already a note on this. Yeah, there was a note on this from ages ago saying you should probably spawn in a squad. So, we should probably do that. Alright. And we're gonna go here. Wait, I can copy things off. And there we go. Who is winning? Oh, wow. The Grasco's not doing well. The helicopter is winning. Both these things are quite similar, actually. But the De Grasso is losing horribly. I mean, if you're dumb enough to make wooden craft this small, then yeah. Behold the formidable broadsiding helicopter. My nuke is like 4 times more expensive than my smallest craft. I turned my nukes into fighters that took toaster baths when they lost life. Ooh. Okay. Next is the Pamoxylon, which is a medium thing. Oops. Wait. Palmoxylon. This fella. Alright, yeah. I don't think this really needs much in the way of... camo needs to be removed. Was this a... Elival? Yeah, people kind of forgot the camo thing, and I forgot the camo thing. So... what do we do? So it's gonna go here, Pamoxylon. Camo needs to be removed. What else? What else? Probably the front is a little bit plain. We can probably do things with that. Alright, so... yeah, so... a bit plain. And could use decos / greebling. There we go. And functionality-wise, I believe this thing is perfectly adequate. So let's just, I don't know, let's just do that. Spawn this thing on the wrong side because I'm rude. The thing goes zoom. Wait, how much internal space does this thing have? Not that much. So not really a candidate for lasery stuff, is it? What was my notes on the grain? I believe I made notes on the grain, right? Yep, could use some pretty end greebling, some just more plants. Yep, well, functionality-wise, this thing is perfect. Well, not perfect, but you know what I mean. It do. It's a faction craft. Alright, now let's go here. So, Pamoxylon noted here. So that's just for aesthetics. Long list of things that need aesthetics. And shoobity doobity boobity bobbity boo. Bibbity bobbity boo. Free border sing for you. There it is. And of course, we do need to be grammatically correct. So there is that. And Acuparia is next. Did I put the thing in the thing? Yes, I did. That looked like an awful lot of engine. Now that you mention it. Hold on a second. This is a fairly chunky steam engine, yes. Interesting. Interesting. So hang on. Let's look at the power consumption of this thing while it's fighting. Right, it's going zoom. Wait, is that the real... is that the real power consumption, or is Steam lying to us again? Also, I forgot about the Acuparia. Oh wow, this thing needs, like, major overhaul. We'll probably get to that. Although this is apparently a rushdown thing that is rushing things down. Oh lordy, what am I looking at? Yeah, this thing needs major pretty, doesn't it? This is the disadvantage of fixed hull things. Let's see if you can hit this thing at all. Everything's a glass cannon. Alright. Sorry, I got distracted. I genuinely got distracted. Wait, that is the thing we were meant to look. Oh, that was a sheer coincidence. Oh yeah, I was meant to be looking at the power consumption. Yeah, it doesn't use all its power, not by a long shot. Let's see here. If we do this, and we do that, do the thing. If we do this, Yep. Yeah, it's Steam being Steam. So the actual power it has is around 10,000. What are people saying? Cruise missiles, what are people saying? What else? Like an engine. The nukes far over double the cost of the nuke cost itself. That's how the drill nukes and aesthetics feel like a bit much. Consider separators. Oh no, I saw the guns and they looked like fuel engines. Oh! Right. My nuke just has a spear with a ram on the end, then sticks to the enemy and doesn't explode. Ain't that just the way? That's why I don't like putting rams on nukes. Well, cruise missiles that drop about 20 nukes with ion engines last minute. Not actually a lot of engine, and the steam engine's probably lying, yeah. Could we launch a nuke using APS recall? Probably. Not on Platona rules, no. No graviton rams. Yeah. No, just for fun. Wrong kind of fun, because you can use it to clip inside a craft. I mean, I'm mainly talking about individual nukes, since whatever is going to do the nuke is kind of well gone true. Okay, so I don't think this is a laser candidate, because it doesn't actually have that much power. Now let's go look at the Acuparia, although I think we know what this thing's about. It just needs major aesthetic updates, and those twin turrets on top are just weird. Why would you put two twin turrets up? Oh lordy, it uses transparent clips. I think this is one of the oldest submissions. I forgot about this, didn't I? Who made this? Cheese bags. Did I put notes on this, ever? No, I didn't. Well. Cheese bag designs are somewhat, how about recall nukes that just close in distance instead of clipping? I mean, the Scarlet Dawn uses something like that. Alright, so first things first, this thing is like a rules violation. It's got to be labeled red. And then we're going to... Acuparia, let's see here. Alright. Transparent clips need to be removed. Major aesthetics upgrade needed. Yep. And we're just gonna put it over here. And yep, so Acuparia goes there in the aesthetic upgrades. There we go. Or we could remove this thing, like, if no one gets around to it. Waiting for the day the desert removes nukes. Won't happen. That would require dissing balance issues. That's what the precipitation uses, kinda. Yeah, well, I think the devs might... Here's the thing, I think the devs are the most burnt out on From the Depths out of anybody. No one don't... Ow. Whoa. I stretched so hard I choked myself. There. Bleh. Sorry about that, folks. You ever stretch so hard that you, like, damage your vital organs? I just did. Like the power decoys do? Yeah. Right, let's go here. Right, let's go. Where are we here? We're here. Need to be replaced, I should say. Replaced. Okay, what was I doing? I keep zoning out. Okay, let's go here. And we need to go here. There you go. Lots of work to be done on Acaparia. Okay then. Moving right along. I mean, like, give it a passive radar signature. Make nukes to EMP and thermal. Ooh. Ooh. Thank you, Swankus Cross, for the subscription. Much appreciated. Damn, that vehicle has some chunk. This is a chunky little fella. That's why I don't want to remove it. I kind of like its character. But at the same time, it does need some major upgrades. It's my own damn fault for not checking these things properly, isn't it? Alright, and then there's the godly, there's the Castanea. Which probably needs to be more godly at this point in time. Aha! This is a Nome. Please no transparent clips. Why does it have batteries? Oh no, does this thing use a railgun? No, why does it have batteries? Why does it have batteries? It also uses ring shields, which is allowed. Hold on, did I have any notes on this before? Castanea, no notes on it. Alright, let's spawn this against a thing. Spawn against a root stem, what happens? Oh yeah, one thing is that traces need to be fleet colors, so there's that. Let's go here. Castanea? Did I pronounce that right? Oh! Hello! This thing does spawn with something else. Nice! Right. Whoops. Okay, Castanea, I did pronounce that. I didn't, well, I pronounced it right. Castanea. All tracers need to be fleet colors. Did I make an exception for Hawa, for that? Nope. Okay. Ow. Using guns as shields because it allows you to damage the opponent, which isn't fair because maybe they didn't want you to. Are you winning, son? Yes. I managed to cough so hard I gave myself a headache and choked to death, so that was... Ring shield, something I don't get seen used often enough. Yeah. Yeah. Backup power. Detection is done as scuffles in... Oh. Spawn the mini sun on impact. Alright, people talk about how to balance nukes. Right, so Castanea I don't think really needs anything apart from the tracers. Because aesthetically it's nice. It's nice. Could use a cockpit, I guess, but like, you know, can't have everything. Whee! Alright then. All tracers need to be fleet colors. That'll frickin' do, pig. Hold on a second, let's just... Yep, that's all tracers and missile trailers. There we go, there we go. There we go, there we go. Whoops, wrong tab. There we go. Alright then, cool. We've done one line of the spreadsheet. We've been streaming for almost 40 minutes. We've done 4 vehicles. I mean, we did inspect another one. Okay, moving right along. Don't mind the edge of the world here. Are we getting the thing? Nope, we aren't getting the thing. Alright, let's go hang out somewhere where there's actually room to maneuver. Let's go hang out around here. Are there trees? Where are my goddamn trees? I turned trees on. I turned on the trees. I played the music it likes. I was so gentle. Why did I say that? Okay, Eucalreg. That's the one. Eucalreg. I cannot type. Alright. Alright! This thing! The Funky Star Destroyer. I love this thing. It's terrible. It's basically got no armor. You know, aesthetically... Oh, wait, it has green paint on it. Do we care about that? Do need to be consistent because it does need to be painted mostly with fleet colors. With the exception of, like, actually no, like, is it a problem? Is it a problem? I don't think it is. You don't need to turn trees on, they're already odd. Hey! Let HE packs do airburst, that'd be good. What about use the back as... I have tried to tell my friend this, listen. Psst. What are people saying? It's my ships they don't get to... It was just hyperbole for comic fed rather than real sarcasm. It's my ships they don't get to. More AoE weapons would be neat. You put a ring on it because you want to marry her. I put a ring on it because I want her to explode violently, immediately combust upon taking damage. That HE... You don't need to treat it. Also, do flamethrowers have small AoE, or are they basically spraying a lot of small plasma shots that apply fire to plasma damage? Did you speak to the trees in the language of the Lorax? Oh yeah, they loved it. Yes, LMFO. I turned on the trees. I fought in line with them and betrayed them at the pivotal moment. Yeah. They look like well-cut bushes. I mean, they do. We can... You know what we can do? We can say, like, we need more tree. Star Destroyer of silliness needs more tree. And also, this thing is so bad, there's a reason it's in the easy section. Like, it can stay bad. It doesn't need improvements in that regard. Like, I think this thing loses to things that are, like, half its... Let's throw it against the root stem and see what happens. See, that's hilarious. That completely unarmored turret is just funny. It's just funny. What just happened? My goodness. What the hell? Oh. Fold out diff seawers. Yeah, the grain stem's basically undamaged. Ah, dear. Yeah, well, this thing is hilariously bad, and it needs to stay hilariously bad. Who made this? Bilathanuzanio. I actually appreciate how bad this is. Not everything in this campaign needs to be super good. But aesthetically, probably needs more bushes. It just needs to be brought up to the same level as, the Campestre, because the Campestre is our yardstick now for... how a Confederation aircraft. Alright, let's do that, and let's do this, like so. And you Cal Reg. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Why did I do that thing? Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Why did I do that thing? There's a complaint with a hovercraft that has turrets on top. Still awesome. Oh yeah, it's like, we love our Star Destroyer. How cheap can you make your craft? Very. My headcanon is the weird triangle craft is made by the same people who made this. That was meant to say trim. Who made trim? What? More trees, he says. Make sure to trim back the bushes so the trunk looks bigger. How cheap? Fun fact. Well, it's funny. This is ridiculous. Bad now, but makes it funny. There's a clear design problem with the hovercraft at the start. Alright. Yeah, well, this thing just got bullied by the grain stem so bad. Did the grain stem lose? No, the root stem. The root stem literally lost no health from that. This thing is hilariously bad. It's even crashing like a Star Destroyer. Yep. Need to remember to drink water. It's warm. Alright. We are slowly but surely getting there. And your Cal Reg, done it. Wait, no. I need to put that... I need to put that here. Hilariously bad. And then, what do we got? What do we got here? Then we got the Hellavera. And, which has had deco clipping. So, let's go have a look-see here. Hellavera. I remember this thing. Where was its deco clipping? Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's basically all it needs. This little flickery nonsense. Logs hit oh, I love that. Remember the first time I ran into one of these? It was so good. Who made this? Draymond. So good, so good. Yeah, lots of deco clipping, which unfortunately just like... It's not hard to fix, it just takes time. Let's throw you at the grain and see what happens. Or the root stem. How much do you cost? You cost that. Let's throw you against the... Let's throw you against the Posier. Ooh, funky missiles. Look at this. Whee! Oh, I never thought about using the HE pellets to do that thing. Kaboom! Kaboom! Oh, I love watching Hovercraft explode. It's fantastic. Yay! Yep, that's just needs deco clipping fixed. That's literally all it needs. And just needs that. And aloe vera needs deco clipping fixed. There we go. There we go. My water bottle is blocking my spreadsheet. Don't you hate it when your water bottle blocks your spreadsheet? It's terrible. It's terrible. Somebody needs to call the police on me. Alright, that's some... Isn't that from some bug with decos duplicating? Is it? I think maybe. Let's check here. I mean, either way, it needs to be fixed. Nope, that is, no. What happens here is this is what happens if it's, like, perfectly on the thing. So really what you need to do here is put it forward like a smidge, like that, and that fixes the clipping. So if you go here, is this thing symmetrical? Apply with mirror, and put it forward just a tiny bit, like that. So that fixes it. It's when you can't have it like exactly in the same position as the mess, which is why, it's why if you do something like this, when you use Control-Shift-X to place a block like that, that's why it ups the scale just by a tiny, tiny amount. Because otherwise, it looks, well, it looks like ass. Although that is not looking like ass for some reason. Anyway, moving on. Moving on, moving on. Alright, the thing, whatever that thing is called, that is hard to spell. Oh, I spelled that wrong. Interesting. Spelt wrong on the spreadsheet. Time to change it. Hope I don't need to put that in the frickin', what do you call it? Alright, so Call to the Dryad, thingy gobbly. What's it? I remember this. This is another one of Draymond's thing. And again, like, does this have notes on it? This has no notes on it. How are we doing for functionality? This is 220 thing. Let's throw it against the Prever and see what happens. Oh, this is wonderfully airshipy, isn't it? I remember the Previer. Kaboom! Now we've got two bouncy airships being bouncy. Whee! I believe what is the Kupreskase is a hard design. It feels hard. You know what else feels hard? Trees. Alright, so functionality-wise, absolutely fine. Like, yeah, this doesn't need any changes. It's fine. They can also have a deco, mod thing, yeah. I have to eat now. Okay, good night, driver. Happy sleeps. Happy sleeps. Yeah, this is... Hang on a minute. How big is it? Does this thing have internal space in it? And does it have room for... Yeah, no, this thing might not have internal... Yeah, no. Unfortunately, this thing does not have much internal space. Wait a minute. What's back here? Oh, hello. 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 There is internal space in here. Alright, I've decided this thing can use a laser. Where can the laser... Oh, oh, wait, look here. That's where the smoke is, but you could easily stick a laser turret on the rear there. Yeah! Alright, I'm gonna add this to the should have a laser attached to it. Alright, so what is it? It's that. What was the thing? Yep. Wait for laser upgrade. Perfect, because it has some room in there. It doesn't have to be a good laser, by the way. It just needs to be a laser to, like... Well, with situations just like that, with things that its guns can't hit. Entity materials in general are pretty fragile. A meter of solid metal is more than any battleship ever had IRL. Yep. Most of our fleet uses a lot of wood fill, which reduces internal space. This is the most Deepwater Guard looking for the craft so far. I agree, actually. This has a very Deepwater Guard vibe to it, which I really like, actually. It also has a prow. It's very nice. I saw a video of a man attempting to forge one. Forge one... what? Oh, 1 meter of metal? Oh, that would not work very well. Also straight up ignores heat. Deepwater Guard but with trees. Deepwater Guard but environmentally friendly on the surface. Alright, let's candidate for a laser thing. Right. Has room for a laser and should get one. Not rock for laser, room. Wow. I meant to spell room and I, like, typed R-C-C-K, which is impressive. Oh. Alright, so now there's the Rosaceae, which I can't pronounce. It kind of looks like green hard candy. A little bit. Honestly, plant matter is like green hard candy. Except it doesn't taste like candy. It's so heavy. Forging thick metal isn't too hard. Making a good armor, that's the issue. Meet a cube of metal or heavy armor. I think they meant forging tungsten. Ooh. What is the Rosa? We call her Rosa. Is this another... That's, QW. Oh! Nope, this thing's perfect. This needs nothing changed. This needs nothing changed. Nothing. We love it. Doesn't have shenanigans on it, does it? Nope. In case anyone was wondering what this thing is, the Rosa, which is just what I'm going to call it, is, I am the Lorax, I speak for the trees. I fire my trees to blow up your knees. Whee! I'm trying to remember what these things are. Oh, incendiary. It is a bouncy front-sider with big missiles, and it's fantastic. This thing's gonna explode spectacularly very soon. Also, again, the Arakasa, I love how border-wise coded this is. Long and thin, too many guns. Super firing, doesn't know what the meaning of the word. Oh wow, didn't know I had that. Sizzle, sizzle! Hehehe. More tree! More tree! Kinda looks like... Almost does RL Yamato? Good question. I don't know. So is my McDonald steel mill foreman, about half a meter. Wiki says 650 of turrets, 410 main belt. That is millimeters. 650 millimeters, 65 cent. Yeah, that's half a meter of steel. Jeez. That is interesting, and then it got blown to pieces by aeroplanes. Anyway. Sad, sad Japanese Navy noises. Anyway. The Rosa? Nothing need be done. Perfect child. And then we're moving on to the Epicea. Epicea? Epicea. Alright, there it is. Whoops. Alright, this uses... I remember the first version of this used a lot of alloy. So let's see, double check. Nope, that's good. Wait, it uses... Where's the stone? Where's the stone? Ah. Oh no, not allowed. Not allowed. Oh dear. Again, this is a very old design and I didn't catch it before, so it needs stone needs to be removed. Wait, are they allowed to use stone? They're not allowed to use stone. Wood, reinforced wood. Yeah, because the whole damn point is that they don't have, like, good mineral resources. So they're like, they can have lead and applique, trusses, that kind of thing. But yeah, they don't have good stone. So yeah, the stone has to be removed. No stone, only for dead doge. True. They're not allowed to use stone even if someone says Jehovah. What? That's a joke. That is a joke. That is a joke. And we're going to flag that as red because that technically is a rule violation. So, I'm going to go here. Stone. Blocks need to be replaced. You know what would have been really cool if Past Borderwise had frickin' inspected these things closely enough to, like, know this stuff. Who knows what else I've missed. Aesthetically, bloody gorgeous. Oh yeah, and the camo needs to be removed. Camo needs to be removed. What else? What else? What other shenanigans is this thing full of? Right. Clips are not transparent. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. That appears to be everything. Oh, by the way, I got rid of the cram thing, but ye gods, that cram Tetris. Ew. Okay, we can probably improve the cram Tetris a little bit. It's a medium design. Cram Tetris can be improved. Yeah. Right. Did I remember to do the thing over here? No. Right. What is it? This is the Ibiza over here. Everyone look at this thing's guts for a second. I just looked at that and I Epicia. Screw it. Screw it! Screw it right in its screw. Screw it in its screw. Screw it. Screw it. Would you like it if I made Mario sounds? What if I talked only in copyright Nintendo music? I don't know, not music. What's it? Soundbox needs to be replaced. Camera needs to be removed. It has been flagged as red. Jolly good, jolly good. I love that people don't say Jehovah. People don't understand alphabet's work. Do you want to try typing that sentence again? Meter is huge, and average flow is around 3 to 5 depending on the building. RL munitions just got too powerful to realistic assault with armor. Mainly missiles, yes. The funny part is that we haven't even started using nuclear tipped ammunition. Talking fission fuses explosives. Well, technically we did. Like, in the Cold War, like, you know, the Soviet Union and the United States were experimenting with, like, all kinds of nuclear things. Nuclear torpedoes. I think the Soviet Union, like, manufactured them, which are absolutely terrifying because it's like an ICBM, except you really can't see it coming. 1560 looked like that was going to be a thing, then we collectively realized this was a hilariously awful idea. Borderwise speaks in damaged noise as 2026 colorized. Why did I recognize that noise? Well, it's a recognizable noise. It's just like... Hurt Steve. It's meant to be the swamp noise. I've never played a Nintendo game, and I probably never will. But I know those noises. Thank you, Game Grumps. Right, Preview of the Preview. What the hell's the time? How long have I been doing this? Oh, right. Right, she cried. I believe this thing... has funky traces. Yeah, this needs optimization. Yep, it's got red traces. Air Force. Well, good news, everyone. The Air Force made this. And we've got solid clips. Perfect. Alright, so yeah, it needs a lot more pretty. So let's go... Where are we going? So, Previer is like so... Optimization needed with detection. God damn it. Why do I keep doing this? Especially. The sheet is fiddly, I don't like it. Send help! Help! Wait, I skipped over the Aristica. No! No! Yeah, occasional things need a lot of work. Previer. Alright, so... Previer. And functionality update, because look at this detection thing. This is kind of silly. Also, just go to me. Lock counter. Small launcher. 10. It has, okay, only 10, that's good. Trevor, there we go. Because there's no point having redundant stuff if it's all in the same place. The APS Tetris is really something. Pretty accurate to the form, not gonna lie. Yay! There's no real target for that kind of ammunition yet. Well, I mean, coastal cities generally is what you want. Okay, oh boy. Hurt Steve. All of how it is so border-wise code. It really is! Like, you know, wood. Well, not all of it. Nuclear torps can be effective. See, most cases, no point to it. Every platoon of craft having exactly 10 small launchers. Yep. Which is why... Yeah, okay. 2,000 years of theological debate into a single sentence. New York. New York? What? Tungsten. What are people talking about? Oh. Dr. Dooley's just having a conversation on their own again. Alright, New York? That's why I said most cases. Newark. New York. Hey, I'm walking here. I'm trying to build a custom campaign here. Come on. Alright, so, I actually accidentally skipped over the Aristica. So I need to quickly look at that, and then by gum I need an ad break, because I feel like I'm going cuckoo crazy. I'm not a crazy person. There we go. Who done did this? Oh, I remember this. Oh, I remember this. This doesn't really need any changes. Because it has pretty, it has functionality. It is rather goofy. Who does? Eliaval made this. Ayy. Ayy. Super cash. Ayy. Shoot the Wigan. Which sounds like a weird term. Oh dear. Oops. I'm terribly sorry, Wigan. No! I've done terrible things to you. What was the thing I spawned in? The Wigan and the Ericasa are very similar ships, actually, in a lot of ways. Wow, someone does not like being collided on this much. Whee! Alright, functionality. Alright, so good news is the Aristica doesn't need any, like, changes to it. It's a Christmas miracle. Oh! Pyrofight is next, but by gum, you deserve some main menu time, and so do I. So I'm gonna go run away, make some coffee. This is gonna put someone on a watch list. Wait. Oh, right, you were responding to someone. Yeah, according to the dead internet theory, you don't. What is the dead internet theory? Ooh. Alright, 2 meters, 2 minutes of ads. Alright, so there's that. And is the dawn gonna spawn? Probably. I'm actually not real either. Oh no, let's not get into this. Oh lordy. Alright. Okay. 2 minutes of ads. I will see you very soon. Please do not eat the stream. Just watch it respectfully. See you soon.
Don't make the laugh of the push-ups.
The microphone's still on. Hey, chat, are you hearing this? Are you hearing silliness? I hope so. It's excellent television.
Thank you.
Follow me to the brick. Oh, look, I dropped something. You must got it. Got it. Oh no, it's almost like on the clock. Better than being on the clock. True. The clock is that comfortable, doesn't fit it. Hey, chat! I was having a good time I was having a good time. Are you having a good time? Right and wrong the same. Chairs are so. What the hell am I? What am I coming back to this chat? I need to turn my face back on. Right. Did he forget to mute? I never mute! Technically did enter the someone says right and wrong at the same time. It's my subjective opinion that you are objectively wrong. What atom prevents a chair from being something else? Physics. Well, I mean... I don't know. Only my wife can use me as a chair.
Chairs are a social construct. Material in the shape we agreed is a chair. In some cases, it makes sense. Dead games with loads of bots to keep it populated. Example, not chairs are a social construct. What if two people disagree that it's a chair or not? I mean, if you flip it upside down, you can't use it as a chair, so it's not a chair. Does a tree stump count as a chair or a stool? It's a tree stump. I'd say a stool. Kofi. Bot discovers the descriptivist debate. Colors 2026. Does my face count as a chair if my wife is nearby? Zuza? Bonk, bonk. You know what? I'd say yes. Probably. If she uses it for chair purposes, sure. Base to Zuza? Peanuts? Wait, did the peanuts happen? On stream? Live on stream? Peanuts? Jeez. Dong! Ding dong, here is the dong. You know, this bloody campaign is Nuke-mageddon with all the nukes in it. Okay then, back to the designer. And we're going to go inspect our favorite thing. The Pyrophyte. Right. This is the most infamous airship ever. Aesthetically, it's actually like, you know, it's basically all the way there. Because it's got that pleasing stripiness. Not really much in way of a cockpit, but, oh wait, no, there it is. There it is. Yeah, we don't need to change this thing at all. And I'm not just saying that because that also means changing the eucalyptus. Which I believe Kovrax is working on. So, yep, no. Pyrophyte's fine. Beautiful Kovrax design. And then we have the Myosotis. Let's go have a look-see. Let's go have a look-see. Who's Sotus? Myosotis. I remember this thing, it's big. This thing actually needs more contrasting colors. Like, it's got the bushes, it's got this beautiful thing here. Who is Lel? Lel made this. Who I think is Eliavel's alter ego. Okay, it's got contrasting colors. It needs more contrasting colors, like, on top, I'd say. In my personal opinion. But aside from that, I don't think it needs anything else. Right, let's spawn in the Ambrosia. Whee! I wonder who's going to win. All right, I need to go back and make a note on the Ambrosia. It's got it needs where is it? Ambrosia needs altitude restrictions. APS C needs range restrictions. Right, gotta go back on my spreadsheet. Needs functionality. Upgrade is like, alright, so the, whatchamacallit? The Ambrosia, where is it? Wow, I didn't make a note specifically for the Ambrosia here. What the hell? Did I skip over the Ambrosia by accident? Can't have, I put notes on it. Alright, I just didn't put notes on the bloody thing. So the Ambrosia just after the Wigan. Ambrosia, Wigan, Ericasa. Drosera, Dipatella, Pyrocantha. I just want to put this in a... Right, Ambrosia, Ilex. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. The whole world needs to be shuffled a bit. I forgot to put a frickin' note here, didn't I? Good thing I double-backed and checked this, didn't I? Alright, so Ambrosia needs... Wow, I just had a brain fart with this completely, didn't I? Let's see. The Ambrosia is just before the Ilex, so... Whoopsie daisy, Ambrosia. I'm just gonna do that. Who's winning here? Is anyone winning, chicken dinning? Not really, they're pretty evenly matched, actually. Interesting. And Ambrosia. Ambrosia. Why are you big? Why are you big? Stop being big. Be small. Be small and silent. Like a ninja. Like a mouse ninja. What was I doing? Alright, so I got distracted. And, right, so what are we actually looking at here? The Myosotis just needs a little bit more greebling on the upper decks. Just a smidge, though. Just a little bit, as a treat. What are people talking? Chat is just chatting. Pleasing stripiness sounds like another way to say ribbed for your pleasure. Lamp penis thing about. If you're on... Remember that game is 82% of the internet population? Well... Don't shut off for 2 seconds. Wait, hold on. I think there's... When it comes to that kind of thing. Alright, speedruns don't always count because they don't always have to stop. Usually get food and such. Okay... Alright, what was I doing? Myosotis, need to make a note on you, sir and or madam. Color is important. I've locked onto something interesting, haven't I? Right, Myosotis needs more color variety on the upper decks. And that's it. That's literally it. Google, stop forcing American spelling on me. I'm a cosmopolitan citizen of the world, and I will spell things correctly. Did you know? There's the Prever. Alright. I'm gonna go here. And my Myosotis is like so. Do 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 do. What was I doing? Myosotis is like that. Myosotis is like that. Alright, so then... Okay then. Alright, notes. There's notes on the Sempervirens. I will preemptively move the notes into the notes. Right, Myosotis doesn't really need any change, does it? Right, Sempervirens. Oh, I remember this. Let's throw this against... Let's throw this against the Sempervirens and see what happens. Alright, so there we had an accident. Here we had an accident. So, that still needs to be changed. Those planes, are way too... Did they collide with each other over there? That was impressive. Please no, no collisions. Collisions bad. Also, the target prior needs to be changed. Deacon's Christmas. I do like this thing. But yeah, okay, so... Two things. I don't know, it's rather plain. But... Yeah, we could do some more greebling on the hull. Alright, so we're gonna go there. And where is it? Sempervirens. Planes need to be... Are the planes how fast? If they're 80 meters per second, and that's 67 meters per second, which is, I don't know, probably fast enough, I think. Planes need to be launched more safely. Rubber. And needs more hull greebling. Target prio needs tweaking. Because, like, what are you aiming at? It's aiming at the small planes, and that gun is not good at it. Hold on a second, let's check something. Oh, hello. Hello. You have a lot of internal space, which is decorated, to be fair. Let's have a look inside you. We could stick lasers on this thing. You want one of my jet fighters? I just got to upload to the workshop. Nah, don't worry about it. Thank you, though. Girthy the White? Sub-vehicle launch word. Finally, someone actually playing this game. Love it. Oh, first time chat, Girthy the White. Hey! Welcome to the stream chat. There's a bunch of people who play it. I can recommend Gorlath streams, also live streams from the depths, and Rawston VT. Also, live streams FTD. Also, if you didn't know, I have a whole damn YouTube channel dedicated to this friggin' game and the millions of hours it's taken out of my life. Hello? Oh, hello! Hello. Here's space for a lasery turret. And the power. Oh, groovy, baby. Yeah, baby. Okay, launch bread. One with the loaf. That's a Platono special. Actually, talk about the crowd. Wait, what? What were people talking about? Sub-vehicle launch bread. AI is weak and primitive. Yeah. I only ever see you live stream FD. Every time I check, otherwise no one is streaming. Unfortunately, I have a bad habit. Well, it's not my bad habit, we're all to blame. I do tend to stream at the same time as other people who are streaming from the depths, which is a bit of a bummer. Gorlath and Roar both tend to stream at similar times that I do, which is unfortunate. Nobody ever gets my name right, so don't worry. It's okay. Girthy the White. Girthy the White. First of his name. First of their name? Excuse me. We have a laser candidate. This thing has room in it for stuff. Target Pro needs tweaking. Laser can be added. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Alright. Okay. Semper Virens. Like, seriously, like, for stuff like this, I would actually genuinely recommend sticking rubber on everything. Because it's just, good. Needs more hull gribbling. Alright, so Semper Virens gets to go over here in the laser upgrade candidate. Because if it has a little burny laser, it can burn little planes to death, and that's nice. Semper Virens. And Semper Virens. And Semper Virens. There is a long list of craft that need aesthetic upgrades. Alright. Good. We've done that. I think Roaston's usually early in the day now. Okay, is it Whoa the White? Roaston goes slightly early now, gotcha. Whoa the White. Okay, pretty much. Damn autocorrect. Damn you autocorrect! Damn you internet. Damn you autocorrect on the internet. Alright, so there we have... Next is the Lamparium. So we need to look at it with our eyeballs. Lamparium, there we go. Oh yes, I have coffee. Alright then. Whoop. Thank you, Nimbus Flight. Question, do you also refuse to use mem blocks? Because I absolutely refuse to use them. I don't refuse to use them, I'm just sparing with them. It's like, I try as much as possible to shape a craft using standard structural blocks. Because it just feels nicer and it's easier to keep track of. But I'm not opposed to using mimic blocks or decorations. It's just like, they're there and they're very convenient, so why not use them? I go less heavy on decos than a lot of people, but even if I use sparingly, they can really enhance the looks of a craft. Yeah, so I like to use them... Well, let me give you an example of how I use them. Let's go off topic, because it's fun. Let's go all the way over here. So, where is the Blind Guardian? There it is. So, this thing does not have many decos at all, but I have used decos to put, like... I like to use decos for things that make it really obvious that it is deco, so... Also, this thing has teeth. So yeah, it's this kind of thing. I put a big toothy grin on this, and I must not get distracted and change the color of them teeths. I actually need to make those teeth white, don't I? Okay, so yeah, that kind of thing I love using deco for, because you can't do that with structural blocks at all. Alright, enough plugging the Blind Guardian, also known as the Icicle Dark Edition. Okay, Pokemon Dark. Alright, so the problem with this thing is that it's technically breaking rules because these things definitely don't fit on it. Although they could just hang on it, it's fine. I love that runway, that is... Well, it's not a runway per se. Alright, so... What are these? The Vulgaris. We might need to... This whole thing is a Kovacs build, isn't it? No, this Lel, it uses a Kovacs build that isn't... Hold on, the Vulgaris isn't even in the... Isn't even a thing anymore, is it? I think this is quite old. I think, what is it? I believe the Seratonias are the upgraded new version of this, so we could swap these planes out with something else. Because, yeah, I believe the Seratonias are like the new improved version of the Vulgaris, so there is that. There's that indeed. And this front, again, the front part of Hovercraft. Recurring thing needs more greebling, needs more stuff to spice it up, so to speak. Yeah, okay then. Alright, so let's get to typing some notes on the Lamparium. So the Lamparium. Right, so front needs more greebling / color contrast. Fighters should be replaced with what was the thing? I literally just looked at it, and with Seratonias. And that's about it, really, I think. Because the Seratonias are also smaller. That ship may be actually a threat to one of mine, lol, my first Dreadlord. Getting the correct ships will make it extremely hate mimics. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's kind of aggravating. Using the bright gives the craft very good depth. Yep. Limited number of reasons to use mimics over decos. Mainly prefabbing, honestly. Mimics and decos aren't quite the same thing, yeah. Does anyone else use that one 5-length block? What? For me to offset? Offset? Yeah, a lot. Pretty neat. Yeah, the offsets are good. I keep forgetting to use them. But when I remember, it's like, oh yeah, right. They're here now. It's because I have thousands of hours of not using them. Alright, so... Let's check functionality-wise. Can this thing dismount properly? Let's spawn in the Pyrophyte and see what happens. Alright then. This thing just exploded itself with its own missiles. Alright, that's worthy of note. Lamparian, need to go there. Tends to missile itself. Pyrophyte doesn't give a damn. Oh yeah, that is actually a note on the Pyrophyte. That Pyrophyte is just right. I need to go back and make a note of that. Its shields are a little obnoxious. Actually, never mind. Nah, it's fine. It is fine. Alright then, yep, well that did not end well, did it? Okay then, moving right along. Actually, let's spawn in the Lamparium again. Oh dear, I need to go all the way back. I need to go all the way back to the future, Marty. It sucks there. There's daylight savings. Where were we? Lamparium. My mom said it was my turn with Lamp. Down counter. Offsets are kind of the same as wedges depending on angle. Then we can finally kill Bordeaux's pole obsession. Nope. No, you can't. Went bonk. Yeah, went bonk into the other crop. Yeah. Well, that's why I say, Kovrak's made a better version of this fighter later, which is in the... actually in the spreadsheet now. Where was I? Lamparium, tends to missile itself. And... Right. Lots of work. Work. Thankfully, this is gonna give the Hauer crowd something to do. Deacon's Christmas. Where the hell's Draymond? Someone go find Draymond. We've got work for them. Lots of work. Lots of work. Hur, hur. Lots of work. Hur, hur. Lots of work. Hur, hur. I don't know why I'm grunting. Hur, hur. Hur. Thank you for the stretch. Who was that? I was looking at a different tab. Hur. Hur. Oh, Sunkus Cross, thank you. Mounting a turtle and spin block instead of a turtle. You could probably do that, and it's like with bread, probably pretty easy to get the spin block to aim at the target. Why would you? I don't know. 'Twas me. Turret spin very slow. Using a spin block could literally make it instant. That is true. But like the larger, the 3x3 and the 5x5 turrets have way more health, so... I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, ho. Why does love do this to me? I don't know. Oh, we need to check something. Do you have space for fun and activities? You really do not. Not really, nope. Okay, so no laser for you. No laser for you, madam. Alright, just stack them. Guess you could just smoking power. Yeah. Okay, Lamparium, there's that. And now the Posidonia, which is an absolute lag monster, and we love it. Hope everybody likes laggy things, because this is a big girl. Or she's a big girl. We don't need to change her at all, really. How does the crew see what they're doing? I don't know. And as a actually, we need to pin this against. We need to pit this against the new Salix, just for giggles, just for giggly giggles. Find that turret traverse speed is a problem variable. No. Turret traverse speed generally not that bad. We knew Salix. The Posidonia is gonna win, but it will be fun to see. It will be fun to see the two lag monsters invented by Kovrax, apart from the Tiamat. Let's see, Salix. And we're going to put you on Stormlight Presence colors just for fun. I never experienced something like that. 1 meter turret block have the same strength. Yeah, they have exactly the same health. Alright. You know what? I'm going to turn off the render distance mode for this. Just like so. Actually, I could just keep the render distance mode like that. Aha! Quickly, fire over the top of this. Oh, there's a note on the Posidonia. Wait, no, that is fleet colors, mostly. What is it making back there? Oh, it's making a Serotonia. Oh boy. It is a clash of titans indeed. Huh, does this not have any materials? No, it does. It's just not driving somehow? Huh. Yeah, I wasn't expecting the Salix to win, but wow, I wasn't expecting the Posidonia to be almost unscathed. It's almost like this thing drives like crazy. Okay, one cheese to make this one log. Absolutely insane stream title. Yay! Hello, Ralston! Someone gives you. I was just talking about you, Ralston. Mentioning that you stream on Twitch. Someone give Ralston a shout out, please. Do we have mods who know how to give shout outs? Yay! Thank you. Yep. You can blame my girlfriend for this one. It's like yesterday's stream was like, you know, she suggested like. Inspecting our, like, you know, she suggested... No, she didn't suggest Girthy. Hopefully that worked. It did, John! It worked beautifully. Oh, lordy, there's a lot of damage happening. You gotta love, like, Ralston, you would approve at the amount of wood that's happening right now. Alright, I'm going to make notes on this wood. Alright, so... Alright, so... It needs combat distance tweaks. Well, don't think anymore. Tracers need to be fleet. Colors. And apart from that, we're all good. Like, literally, that's the only thing the Posidonia needs. And Posidonia. I do approve of plant-based craft. H.E. Wood. He would! Woodcake. Having to go into mod view, which forces the stream to load, then back out of mod view, which is making it load again is silly. It's very... Yeah, thanks, Twitch. You can use other commands without doing that, but not shout out. Ugh. There's also something interesting... Okay. What the hell? Why did my sound cut out? Interesting. When I pause FTD, the sound cuts out for Windows Media Player. I think my graphics card might be dying. Okay, no it isn't. Alright. Alright, so these Serotonias don't have combat behavior by the looks of it? Alright, so that is a problem. We do need to fix that. Are you disintegrating? Please disintegrate. Please disintegrate faster. Alright, so we're just gonna do that. Alright, so, making note. Otherwise, you cannot have your GPU dying right now. It's way too expensive to replace. Yes! Yes, I know! Probably just need to check whether it's seated correctly. Maybe, I think I might have bumped my computer at some point. Alright, traces need to be fleet colors. Spawned fighters aren't working. Aren't working. Alright, so I need to do that. Good thing I... Right, and that means the Posidonia actually does need some tweaks. It goes over here in the functionality update. This thing does not need lasers at all. And I believe it is very, very full. It is also basically at the block limit, so it can be excused from lasers. Honestly, this thing needs a weakness or two. Otherwise beats his PC. I don't beat it. I'm very loving to my PC. I'm stroking it gently right now. Like this. What is this? Too late, I think Overx already... Oh. Well then. Alright. Oh dear. I smack my PC. Don't smack your PC. It's rude. Alright, so we've managed to fight our way through all the airships. I'm gonna do the submarines, because there's only 3 of them, and then I'm gonna frickin' call it a day. Or we could do... Honestly, like... Alright. Right, so we can do... We can do the submarines, and we can do the land vehicles, because there's 3 submarines and 2 land vehicles, that's not a biggie. Alright, submarines, and we can turn the render distance mod back on, and see if the trees are misbehaving. Hooray! Beautiful. Need coffee. So, I'm stroking it gently right now. Bazooza! Yeah, 20 million material characters, that's like in the Megalodon optimized correctly. Yep. It do be like that. Okay then, submarines. First up is the mangrove, which we love the mangrove. I think this is a 3D wrecker build. Yep, and it needs way more pretty. Way more pretty. Is this? Oh, I spawned this in on the wrong team. Oops. Oopsie poopsie. Alright, mangrove needs more pretty. I'm not sure how exactly more pretty. Because yeah, it just needs to be made more pretty. Just, I don't know. Functionality-wise, it's absolutely fine. Could put seaweed on it. Alright, so let's go here. Let's go mangrove. Needs altitude restriction. Does this version I have here have the altitude restrictions? Oopsie daisy. It has them backwards. Ooh. Wait, no. Nope, those are the missiles. The torps are where? Dual-purpose torpedo tubes. Oh. Oh, that's why. Oh, why is it frag torps? Alright, so the torpedo tubes just need a complete rethink, really. Alright, so... just gonna make a note here. Wow, I never realized that. It's like combined torpedoes and missiles into the same system, which is not smart. That is a waste of materials. So we need to redo that. No offense, 3D Wrecker, but that's not good. So we need to go here. We go here and need to do a little bit of typey. The typey is going to be like missile torps need do over more pretty. Seaweed. Right. And aircraft continued and submarines. Right. Let's go. Or I could just have that different. I think I'll have that different. Everyone pay attention to the team. Hold on. Alright, so what do we got here? We got the mangrove. You never see a woman grove, though. Terrible. Mangrove. More pretty. Alright, tapped it there. Jolly good. Mangrove. And there we go. Beautiful, beautiful. People are what they eat after all. Wait, what? A human isn't a donut. A human is a 7-hole donut. What? They appear to be on the same system. Yeah, frag is fine. For once it wasn't Zuzu, you said it. Human isn't a donut. A human is a 7-hole donut. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean 8 if you've got female anatomy. Humans are biological donuts. I got you. As someone who studies humans, they are donuts. Flesh nuts. People are what they eat after all. Flesh nut. Mangrove, isn't that just where the plant people hang out? Mangrove is what I call... something. You study industrial dehydrated humans. That's what an archaeologist is! You study the most dehydrated people possible, they're dead. Imagine trying to understand what a donut is by looking at one that's been left out for 100 years. Also find squelchy, non-dry humans sometimes. I think it would just be gone. Yum. My garden! My garden. Your garden? What about my garden? What about my garden academia? I need to hurry up and finish what we're doing here, otherwise we're gonna absolutely lose my brain. Alright, let's see here. And then there's the sargassum, which is actually huge. Huge. By the way, did you see they found mummified moa birds on the South Island? I think I did see that some time ago. It's like a moa's foot. Did they find it more recently? When did they do that? No, technically those are bowl board. Oh, that reminds me. Yeah. Which is very interesting. Thing had claws, like, wow. Also, I didn't actually double check what species of moa it was. 2 heads and 2 feet with ligaments and feathers intact. Yeah. Yeah, the Sargassum is, who made this? The Girthy made this. Yeah, this needs a bit of greebling. This needs a little bit of, greebling and color variety. That's for sure. But apart from that, I think this is perfectly functional. I think this is a ballistic submarine. I'm not sure this has torpedoes at all. Nope, it does. There it is. Found it. Right, so let's just quickly... I've been horribly inconsistent. Like, I haven't been, I have not been, like, inspecting everything, like, flawlessly. Why are you not firing? Oh, now, there you go. There you go, pig. Ah, this is nasty. It's, like, bouncing up and down. There's the Ilex. Being all Ilexy. Watching Hovercraft fight each other is, like, hilariously fun. Because they tear each other to pieces so well. Alright, so... yeah, functionality-wise, fine. We could probably also, like, nick some of that plant deco and stick it on the mangrove, honestly. Alright. Anything forbidden in here? Is there anything verboten? And again, I'm being horribly inconsistent here. It's got metal. Why does it have metal? Oh no. Oh no. Why do you have metal? Where is your metal? Wait, hold on. Armor refit. Yeah, no, where's your metal? I think I'm going to assume that was a mistake. Because... hold on, where's your... where's your metal? Huh? Where's metal? Oh, there it is. Right, so there's metal... there are metal bits on the Sargassum, which are decorated. I think they might have, like, used a prefab and then just forgot. I'm willing to bet that is what happened. Alright, so, note to there, it does unfortunately have to be marked with red. Target prior might be weird. Is this target prior weird? I don't know. I'm gonna replace that with as metal. Wants that need to be removed. Needs more greebling / patterning on the hull. There we go. There we go, there we go. Let's come to appreciate the details. What was asking for greebling? I feel like I'm proud to... yeah, you should. It's like... because here's the thing. With my designs, I can be nice and simple, but, like... we need to bring these up to the highest standards submitted so far. So yeah, this thing is, like... this thing's rather plain. It's not, technically those were barley cakes, which are slightly different. Yeah. Alright, Shift E search. Yep. Save subdot as a word. Yeah, are wives flexible? They can be, especially if you stretch them. Does target prior even matter on that? It's all self-guided missiles. I mean, yeah. I miss my wife Tails. I miss her a lot. Yep, Sooty, that's what happens. I miss my wife Tails. Anyone who's not Sooty, you get a cookie if you understand where that's from. That's right, it goes in the square hole. What was I doing? Man. I was... alright, I was copying that. And I was doing... here. Right, Sargassum has metal blocks. Greebling patterning on the hull. At the end of the day, like, there's nothing stopping you just putting stripes on all hovercraft, because I think stripes would suit them. Like dazzle camouflage, because their fleet colors lend itself well to that. Right. So, also just checking. Do we have internal space available for lasers? No, we do not. Humpty Dumpty was never an egg. Humpty Dumpty is frick. Is putting the square hole now you describe coitus with a nerd? Nope, it's not. Coitus, yeah. Putting it in the square hole. No, it's not square. It's not square! Automod is having a field day today. Yep, I can help with shaping. Rawston VT loves my shaping. Yes, infamously, he does. Right, next. Alright, there's the Sagarsum and there's the Lemonsy. Who decided to, like, pick scientific names to name all these bloody things? Alright, this thing. Wait, this is hard? Why is this so hard? It is submarine shaped. Let's see here. Let's throw this against a cacti and see what happens. I'm not sure this counts as a hard craft. Yeah, this thing needs a little bit more color variety on the lower hull. Aside from that, it's pretty darn good. Alright, let's go with this and make that orange. More color variety on the lower. There we go. Oh no! Violence has happened. Do-do-do. Do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do. Can you believe in life after love? Color variety on the lower hull. Yes, indeed. Right, lots of things need aesthetical changes. Our submarine's a long hardwood full of seamen. Yeah. Meanwhile, Sewol, yep. 1960s slang for nerd. Wait, what? Huh? Alright, god damn it. What is it armed with? Gun and missile. You can say that about most submarines. Suzu is having a field day with the hardwood. My brain is a switch that toggles between not safe for work and wife. Sometimes both at the same time. Power subs are kind of funny because they have to really weigh themselves down since all their materials are so light. Yep. That tend to be how do. Honestly, I am a fan of making submarines out of alloy. Because it means out of combat they can float or fly and go fast. Truest thing you've ever said. Okay, then. So that's our submarine. We have just enough time to look at the two land vehicles. Did I already do that? Yes, I did. Alright. Now let's go look at the other things. And I remember one of them does indeed have camo on it. So let's go find it. The bleacher. There's literally only two land vehicles. There's the bleacher, which is a tiny friend. Yeah, just needs more color contrast. And that's it. Tiny friend. Where is that tiny little bastard? There you go. I wonder if this thing can have Anatus levels of hard to even see the damn thing. Yeah, this just needs more color contrast. That's all it needs. Alright, so let's go here. Shift 2. Contrasting. And colors. And plant deco, because, like, as an APC, you want to blend in with the plants, right? Right. Alright, let's go there. Orange. And we're gonna go... Whoops. We're gonna go here. And we're gonna go there. We're gonna go... And vehicles. It is a super easy little friend. And Attis Brain Rod has set in for Borderwise too. Well, it's just like That thing, it's nothing. It's so tiny and crap, and yet it's so annoying because it's like you can't hit the damn thing. It's too small. But being half submerged offsets that. He's mentioning it without me even needing to bring it up. Ooh, make it jump. I have a question. Go for a tungsten cube. I love it when ground vehicles go airborne. I mean, I love it too, unless I don't want them to, in which case, that's annoying. Anyway, unlike Have Thou No Shame, I have no shame. Or are you talking to Azusa? Unlike needed vehicles in the same price range, the analysis weapons actually do something. That is true, it does do something. It chips you to death, slowly but surely. Alrighty. Bleacher, we've done that. And then the Piqueuse de Lys also has camo that needs removing, so I remember someone put a note on this already. So let's do this. Let's have this. I remember I was so delighted to see... Alright, so I love that. I actually really like the camo on this. Unfortunately, we've got consistent rules that I don't feel like changing, so it gotta go. So camo that needs removing. Apart from that, it's good. Apart from that, it's all good in the neighborhood. Let's throw a sycamore at it and see what happens. Also, this thing is a canoe, and that's hilarious and cool. I really need to make a land canoe like this. It would feel good on my body. Is this a front-sider? It is! Fantastic. Oh no, the sycamore is burning. Oh dear. That was fun. Yep, well, the notes on this are staying exactly the same as they were. What the hell is with the... Alright, so that's it. And that's it. Right, so we're gonna have that. And we're gonna have that. And we're gonna have... Wait, uses AP payload. Does this version still do that? Let's see here. Yep, it does. That does need to change. Unfortunately, we're not allowed to do that. Not for Hawa, because I have arbitrarily silly standards. Alright then. Right. Uses AP shell needs to be changed. Camo needs to be removed. And new. So there, and functionality as well. Jolly good. That's the stream, I think. We done did it. So next time we can go through the fortresses and the structures. Alright then. Oh yeah, Azusa was doing a bunch of stuff. Azusa, how you doing there? How's your FTD burnout? Because there's like, there's the map, and there's also the Hawa HQ. Like, if you haven't done the internal deco, that's fine. I just need the actual replacement made, which I think I have. Then Catamaran. Whoop. But otherwise, you had far more trouble with the analysis than I expected. It was far more trouble than I expected. It's because I had a front-sider that keeps its distance. Small, neater vehicles that can and do troll people in early adventure mode. Yep. Pretty sure that's a catamaran. I mean, yeah, it is a catamaran. It is. I actually love the shaping on this. I think it's so good. Anyway. Me plane. A land catamaran. A landamaran. Catamaran. Is it just me or are planes just insanely impractical? It depends on how you make them. If you try and make a real-life plane that flies over the target, yes, that's impractical. But I've had ridiculous amount of success in campaigns with planes which drive fast, constantly pitch up and down, and circle the target. So they can work extremely well if you build them right. They just don't work quite like real-life planes do. Realistically shaped planes aren't great. It depends on anti-air movement. Concept of plane user probably forward, plus with some left. Available did some work on the map. Then I realized now there's no metal deco allowed, which means stuff might have to be redone. It's okay. Well, a tank barrel, a gun can also shoot other things like other guns. Yeah, bombing run's a great way to get shot and die. Circling that distance with up-down evasion is very strong. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, the Icewind proves that. Okay, then. Well, Golath Streams is streaming. They're playing Crosscode, and I don't know what that is. So, we should go find out together. Let's review what we've done here. So, unfortunately for us, a lot of craft do need, at the very least, like, aesthetic tweaking. Thankfully, not everything. So far, lots of things need to be gone over, but a lot of those changes are very small and doesn't require anything like a complete rebuild. But yeah, there's a few things flagged in red, because they're technically rule-breaking, but they're either so damn old, or I was just stupid and missed them. So, see orange. Nice timing. That's just a fast airship. Well, not really. The craft definitions from the depths are always a bit fuzzy, but I personally think that it's a plane if it has no upward thrust apart from the forward thrust, and it controls its altitude using pitch. So for me, that's a plane, and an airship requires jets or propellers or something to actually push it up or down. You know, something like what a helicopter does in real life. Or air pumps, helium pumps, what have you. It's in the air and it's fast. I mean, yeah, not wrong. It's an unarmored small flying battlecruiser, but by that definition, planes don't exist. Yeah, like, so... in real life, an airship is a lighter-than-air thing. So, which isn't just a balloon. Alright, I'm gonna end this damn stream. If you survive to the end of the stream and you're watching later on YouTube, please do subscribe, because it would make my life so much better. And if you're here right now, I appreciate you a lot for being here right now. This custom campaign is a crap ton of work, and live streaming really does make it easier. Alright, so... well... yeah, fighters usually engage in dogfights. Not really, not in modern ones. Nope, the dogfight might actually be dead. Because I remember hearing on the internet the other day, take it with a pinch of salt, is that like the modern, like F-35 has anti-aircraft missiles that have like 120, like, they have a max range of like 120 miles. As in the thing, like, as in it can be in one country, and not the next country. The country next to that one, it can shoot something down. So the dogfights aren't really a thing that happens anymore. They can, potentially, but why would you when you have an invisible stealth jet with stupidly accurate long-range missiles on it? Look at Bound to the North, yeah. They just chuck missiles. Don't let the reformers fool you. Someone else watches Laser Pig. Not the size of the dog to fight, it's the size of the radar cross-section of the dog in the fight. Well, you can't have cruise missiles in FTD. I mean, you can, they just don't work well. Let's raid, damn it. Depends how you define that. You lot need to keep talking on the Discord or next stream. I don't care if you decide to carry on this conversation tomorrow about modern fighter jets in the Witcher 2 stream. That would be pretty funny, actually. Alright then, we're gonna raid out now. All of you take care. I'll see you next time. Farewell.